It is late at night. A woman calls 911, her voice trembling with fear. A stalker has been following her for a few days. Immediately, police officers drive down the street. The 7 stalkers were caught red-handed by the police. The first one being an Indian student. Considering how easily Ramesh confessed that he had indeed put a GPS on his victim's car, makes us think he does not understand the intensity of this situation.
On that side wheel?
On this side?
Yes, under this.
Under the wheel right here?
Not under the wheel, but like in front of the wheel, but on the metal surface.
On the metal? Okay.
Yeah, I will destroy it and I will go and I won't do anything again.
You have your ID with you?
Yes.
Can I get that from you?
This is the only chance I need. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I understand. It's just a relationship thing. That's it.
Were you guys a thing? Like, were
like,
you guys a couple?
Like a thing, like not like officially, but we were kind of like hanging out and went to like going out places and stuff. So we were kind of thinking of that.
Just a relationship problem, he says. But on the other hand,
text, and I wanted it to stop. He wouldn't stop. That was in Gwinnett County. Filed the police report, told him about it,
okay.
And it stopped for a long time. Recently, more recently, maybe fast forward a year, 2 years, he reaches out to me again. He says, I'm sorry for everything, and we talk as friends, and everything's okay.
she admits to being just friends with him. And when all of this is happening, Ramesh tries to call his victim with much audacity.
He's calling me. He's calling me. Should I answer?
Don't answer that.
Okay.
At this point, Officer Sutton immediately tells Officer Nguyen, who is with Ramesh, about the call. Ramesh is stopped from calling her, and until the GPS is found, Officer Nguyen's sole duty is to make him talk.
So that you put the tracker on this side of the car?
Yes, on this side of the car.
By this wheel?
Yes, on this side.
On the under?
Under the thing, yeah.
On the metal?
Metal, yeah.
Ramesh helped find the GPS, but did it help him?
So, explain to me, like, give me a rundown about what happened today. Like you
Today?
Yeah, you said she was, you had knowledge she was going to a hotel.
Okay, she's day before yesterday night.
Yep.
She said, I said, well, where are you? I was like, we were planning to meet. So I said, where are you? She said, I have a problem with like my roommates and I went to the hotel.
Okay.
She but have like tracking device.
Which hotel did she go to?
Hampton.
Here in Johns Creek?
No.
Or like closer?
Peachtree Corners.
Peachtree Corners?
So,
okay.
Like since I have the last week tracking device, I never came back here to. So I never came back to track her and anything like that.
Okay.
But since she said she was in a hotel, I just thought to see where she was, if she was like lying to me or with anybody else.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was trying to work things out. So I just
210.
Let me take a picture of it. Holy shit.
All right, so
Yes.
you're saying you want to press charges.
Yes.
So what I'm going to need from you is if I give you a piece of paper, could you write down everything that happened?
Hey Ramesh, come over here for me, okay? All right. At this time, you're under arrest for unlawful surveillance, okay?
when will I get out?
You guys stop. You want to keep talking?
His Miranda rights were read, and he finally chose to remain silent. Not that it would help him anymore. He was charged with unlawful surveillance and stalking. Ramesh spent a week in jail before being released on a whopping 11 grand surety bond. However, nothing compares to the creepiness of this man. Mark Greenberg, age 55, had been stalking a 6-year-old and many other kids in his neighborhood.
I will make sure. Who are you? Are you the sergeant? I am the sergeant. Go get your car.
This is not the first time Mark has told a toddler that he would turn her into a woman. While the kids played in the neighborhood, Mark attempted to call them inside his home and told little girls that he was going to make them famous. 11 complaints later, police finally arrived to take Mark under arrest. This is the scene on the night before Mark's arrest.
I hear you talking, but I can't understand you. Can you speak up?
Because Mark knows he's in trouble, he refuses to open the door or even talk to the officers, leading police to their last resort, an immediate arrest warrant.
You have arrest paperwork for you for aggravated stalking.
Arrest paperwork?
Yeah, charging
what?
affidavit. I just told you, for aggravated stalking.
What have I allegedly done? Can we go over here so we can lock my door?
You apparently been stalking someone.
I have not been stalking anyone.
Okay.
I've been in my house the whole time.
The officer in charge is clearly annoyed with Mark's apparently overconfident demeanor. Later, while sitting in the police car, Mark asks the officer about his opinion on the Civil War. However, this reckless tone leads him nowhere. He is charged with aggravated harassment and spends his day in Volusia County Jail. Speaking of reckless behavior, the name of Tarek C. Inderberg tops the list. In his tailgating gone wrong case, police find Inderberg driving ruthlessly after stalking his ex-wife, even after a restraining order.
I did not talk to her. Haven't seen her. Nothing at all.
Okay. I don't, like I said, I'm not 100% sure on what the contact was, but
I don't.
We just have in our system flag that she reported that you did have contact with her, so I'm gonna have to read the report and we can talk about it.
Yeah, no, I don't talk to her.
Okay.
While Inderberg tries to put on a clueless behavior, notice that he is avoiding eye contact with the police officer.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No contact whatsoever.
Inderberg proceeds to slowly confess, without actually realizing the words coming out of his mouth. The photo that he posted on Facebook was not from a year back. In fact, Inderberg threatened his ex-wife by texting her, "Keep your news alerts on, Tarek gonna be famous." But wait, there is more to him than just talking.
What's in the car that they're gonna find?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I didn't have anything.
When's the last time you used anything?
2 months ago? Before I got put on justice sanctions.
Not only has Inderberg been arrested for domestic abuse, but this 40-year-old man has a long record of serious crimes. He has been convicted of theft, stalking, and possession of cocaine and meth. While talking to the police officer, Inderberg is hiding 0.9 gram of methamphetamine in his pocket. The other officer will soon find a glass pipe underneath his car seat.
Alright, you wanna turn and face my car for me? Promise there's no needles on you?
Yeah, there's nothing on me.
I'll find the other stuff, I just want to get poked with the needle.
There's nothing on me.
Put some gloves on. That's what
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just shit.
Inderberg was charged in La Crosse County Circuit Court with stalking, possession of meth, drug paraphernalia, and knowingly violating a domestic abuse injunction, all as a repeat offender. Talking about ex-lovers turning into stalkers, this man had the guts to daily visit his ex-girlfriend's workplace, and denying at the same time that he has been harassing her with his presence.
Hi, Deputy Struble.
Trying to find, so these people, they just called me a drug addict in there.
Okay.
And I'm trying to, I have it on my phone from my doctor, blood work, and they're trying to treat me for ADHD.
Okay, so Matt, real quick, just so you know, everything's being recorded today, all right?
Yep.
So Bay Breeze does not want you back in the restaurant. You're a trespasser there, okay?
I'm not going in the restaurant.
Okay, if you go in there again, you will be arrested for trespassing, okay?
Well, that gal, Charlene, and that gal.
Not only does he shamelessly deny stalking his ex-girlfriend, he tries to put the blame on her for being the real stalker. The reasoning, obviously, is ridiculous.
Okay, so why did you come here today?
To get fries.
You just.
And I did get fries.
Why didn't you go to the Shores or one of the other restaurants? Why do you have to go to where Charlene's working?
Why not?
Well, they're harassing you. Why would you show up here? You said they're harassing you. Why would you show up here? That makes no sense.
They weren't harassing me. It was just Charlene. But her damn...
Okay, so she's harassing you, but you show up here to get more. More harassment or more what?
That's irrelative.
No, it's not a relative.
It is. Until now, until they said...
So you drove here with no license to get fries from her restaurant where she's working right now. That sounds like stalking to me. That's a felony crime.
Stalking.
Yes, stalking.
Well, then she's the stalker.
Because she's at her work and you showed up?
Yep.
The long silences, follow-up questions, and repetitive tone clearly indicates that this man has been giving his ex a hard time. Even the officer sounds annoyed with his obnoxious lies, so he turns to the victim for the real story.
What's going on with you and Matt right now?
With me?
Yeah, you and Matt.
Nothing.
Okay.
I had him removed from my trailer, and I kept telling him every day, leave me alone, leave me alone. I'm getting ready to move.
Okay.
And he's like, I just want to see you. I just want to be with you before you leave. Well, and I said, no, you're not welcome at my trailer anymore. Like, leave me alone.
Okay.
I said, I will see you the day I leave, and that's been not good.
Okay. Are there any orders right now between you two? No. Okay.
Even though the woman seemed annoyed, she has surprisingly mentioned that she promised her ex-stalker that she would see him before she leaves town. Note for people who are being stalked: never promise anything to your stalker. Your life will be more miserable if they are left hanging with even a tint of hope. And speaking of hope, on the night of 21st June, Christopher Jones hoped to peek inside his neighbor's bathroom. A criminal act gone wrong. While this man's neighbor was taking a shower, she heard a buzzing sound outside her window, only to find that a drone was hovering around her bathroom, trying to take a peek inside. As soon as the woman rushed out to catch it, the drone tried to fly away. Luckily, she was able to dunk the drone into her swimming pool after it got stuck in a bush. She called the police, and soon it was revealed that the drone belonged to none other than her neighbor, Christopher Jones, who also happened to be an ex-convict of a sex crime.
Will I be spending the weekend?
I don't believe so. If you're not on probation or parole, you'll get bail on this, and you'll be out.
While the officers tried to create a calm environment for Christopher, he couldn't help but wonder if this is a good cop, bad cop game going on. He is giving Christopher hope that the court would release him soon and apparently tries to build trust with him. Ever since the police received the call and reached the crime scene, the officer has been very polite with his words. This technique may be used to get a confession from the suspect. Sooner than you will believe, Christopher falls into the officer's sweet trap.
I'm actually surprised that you guys are here for this. I was waiting for you guys to come pick me up.
For something that happened earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that Christopher has admitted to the crime himself, the officer have no choice but to take him to the station. Soon he will be arrested on the charges of video voyeurism. Not all stalkers hover their drones or drive around their ex-lover's workplace at night. Some are even worse. This man named Brett was found stalking US Rep Pramila Jayapal outside her house at night.
What have I done wrong?
Let's go by the car for now.
What have I done wrong?
Come over here, man.
Why? What have I done wrong? Have I broken the law?
Let's make it easy for now.
Why am I living in the Communist States of America?
This man, angry in his tone, has been stalking Jayapal, yelling outside her house and calling her a communist. On the 9th of July, Jayapal and her husband Steve Williamson heard Brett yelling abuses outside their home and telling her to go back to India. Later that night, Brett came back with a gun. Williamson immediately called 911. As soon as the police arrived, the man changed his narrative.
Well, you are being questioned. You cannot afford to hire a lawyer. Won't be appointed.
Yeah, I can't. I'm homeless. I'm homeless.
Do you understand your rights?
I guess I'm homeless.
The man who once yelled, screamed, and almost shot at Jayapal is now claiming to be mentally ill. Now that he realizes the situation has escalated, Brett claims that he has been camping outside Jayapal's home because he's homeless.
So why do I have to be? Why do I have to be buckled in? Why do I have to be buckled in? Are we going somewhere?
For safety.
Are we going somewhere? Are we moving?
We are not moving.
Then unbuckle me.
We are not moving.
Unbuckle me.
We are not moving.
Unbuckle me.
But right now you are being...
Why?
With a lot of resistance, Brett finally sits in the car, fully realizing but not admitting yet what he has gotten himself into. Brett will be sentenced to King County Jail on the suspicion of committing a hate crime. However, due to insufficient evidence, Brett was released 4 days later. But not every stalker camps outside their victim's home to harass them. Some even try to break inside the house to get what they want. Tom is a living example of what an obsessed criminal looks like.
Why didn't I just go home? Why did I have to try and talk to her? Why? Why? God damn it.
Right after it was confirmed that this man was indeed a stalker, Officer Quevedo arrested Tom, who almost ran from the scene in his car. This is not the only tantrum he would throw en route to the court.
I'm supposed to go without her for the rest of my life. I loved her so much. Why won't you fucking talk to me? I just want to be my friend.
As much as Tom wanted to create a scene, showing the cops that he genuinely loved the woman, nothing can get him out this time. He will be arrested for stalking a woman for not replying to his calls and emails. To watch more of these videos, subscribe to our channel and get the latest information about criminals caught on police body cam.